Hey everyone, Miss Karen here. Welcome to this week's Sunday School. Today we're talking about blessings. What does it mean to receive? That's right, receive a blessing from God. What blessings do you have in your life? When I think about all the blessings that I have, wow. I think one of my biggest blessings, one of my husband's and my biggest blessings are our two daughters, Lena and Sophie. They're so different, yet they have so much in common. Blessings include families and friends. Who is someone special in your life who is a blessing to you? In our Bible story today, we're going to hear about how God blesses a man named Jacob. Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for our family and our friends who bless us so much. Thank you for Lena and Sophie and helping me to see the joy that they bring me and how they're different and the same and just how much joy they bring to me. Lord, forgive us when we don't see the blessings that you put in our lives. Open our eyes to see all the blessings you give us. In your name, the children of God said together, amen. Well, when you think about that special person who blesses you, can you think about what might happen if you didn't see them for a long time? I know when I don't see Lena or Sophie for a long time, I can't stop thinking about them and wondering how they are. Then I call them or text them. Let's see what happens when one of Gabe's friendships changes in a surprising way. But before we watch our world video, what do you say if we ask Chuck to take it away?
Hi there, I got a song for you, and this song's got motions. It's called I Will Love the Lord. Goes like this. I will love the Lord with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and all my strength. I'm going to do that again. I will love the Lord with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and all my strength. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind and all my strength, I will love the Lord with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind and all my strength. I'm going to do it one more time with the guitar. Here we go. I will love the Lord with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind and all my strength, my strength. I will love the Lord with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and all my strength. All my heart, with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and all my strength. I will love the Lord with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and all my strength. One more time. I will love the Lord with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and all my strength.
Hey, Leo.
Hello, Gabe.
Hey, can I borrow one of your copters?
Sure. What for?
I want it for when my cousin Abe comes to visit.
Your cousin Abe? The one who you visited a few years ago, whom you called the greatest cousin in the world?
Yep, he really is. It's like we have the same brain. We love all the same activities. We're both an only child. He's like the brother I never had.
You're very fortunate to have him.
I am. Having Abe as my cousin is such a blessing. And now he's coming to live with me for 3 weeks while his parents are taking a second honeymoon.
3 weeks, huh? That's a long time.
I know. We're going to share a room and do all kinds of stuff. It's going to be even better than the last time I saw him.
Have you ever shared a room before?
Never.
I see. Well, here's the copter.
Thanks, Leo. Abe is going to love it. I can't wait to have Abe back. We'll make so many more memories. Abe! Good to see you! Wow, you got tall.
I had a growth spurt. Last year I grew 5 inches and 3 shoe sizes.
I see you have birds.
Yeah, I prefer their company. They don't judge me.
Huh. What you playing?
Sweet Smasher.
Well, let's get you moved in. You can put the birds in the living room, I guess.
The birds sleep in the same room as me?
Here, Leo. I don't think I'll be needing this.
Oh? Are things not going well with Abe?
Well, I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was a kid like us. Now he's some weird, mopey teenager.
13 is a tumultuous age.
It was so easy before. Now it's just really hard. So much for being a blessing.
Gabe, do you know why I built a laboratory in the sub-basement of the church?
Because you're going for that mad scientist thing?
No, to have some personal space. I love my siblings, and I'm blessed to have them in my life. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Sometimes it's downright annoying. That's just how some blessings are. They're hard work, they're challenging, and they're completely worth it.
But I don't even know where to start with Abe.
Just give yourself some time to reconnect. Find some common ground.
Like our mustaches?
You have a mustache?
I'm working on it.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So after Abraham's son Isaac married Rebekah, Isaac and Rebekah had twin boys named Esau and Jacob. Esau and Jacob were really different even though they were twins. In our 2 stories today, we're going to read about 2 different blessings that Jacob received, one from his father and one from God. Every time you hear the name Esau in the story, raise one hand. Every time you hear the name Jacob in our story, raise 2 hands. Here we go. The story of Jacob from the book of Genesis in the Bible, chapter 25 and chapter 27 from the Old Testament. Esau and Jacob were twin brothers, very different twin brothers. Esau grunted. and flicked a flea from his hairy arm. He snorted and wiped his sweaty hands on his dirty robes. He went outside the tent to go hunting. Jacob wrinkled his nose. My brother's loud and stinky and hairy, he thought. I'd rather stay inside. Jacob washed his smooth hands and he went to help cook with his mother, Rebekah. Jacob, Rebekah said, come here. Rebekah told her son Jacob her plan. She said, your father, Isaac, is going to give Esau his one blessing. I want Isaac to bless you instead. Rebekah peeked into Isaac's room. He was snoring softly. Isaac was very old. He couldn't see very well anymore. Rebekah decided to trick Isaac into giving Jacob Esau's blessing. Jacob would pretend to be Esau. Jacob plugged his nose. Rebekah dressed him in one of Esau's stinky robes. Jacob closed his eyes. Rebekah wrapped his arms in animal fur. Okay, go to your father, she said, and tell him you are Esau. Jacob stood by his father's bed. Father, he said, bless me. Come closer, Isaac croaked. Jacob stepped closer. Isaac sniffed. It smelled like Esau. He touched the fur on Jacob's arms. It felt like Esau. He tried to see. It must be Esau. Isaac blessed Jacob with a life full of food and health and power. When Esau found out, he was furious with his brother Jacob for stealing his blessing. Jacob was afraid of his brother, and he ran away in fear. Next, we hear the story of Jacob wrestling. That's right. It comes from the book of Genesis, chapter 32. After Jacob ran away, he was all alone, and he stood watching his family get settled on the other side of the stream. He was surprised when he heard a thunk and felt a bump on his head. Smack! He was knocked to the ground. Jacob sprang to his feet and fought back. He grunted and pushed and pulled. He tumbled and rolled and kicked. He couldn't see who he was fighting, but he knew it was someone strong and powerful. I can't lose, thought Jacob. Many years had passed since Jacob stole his brother Esau's blessing. He was finally on his way home to face his brother Esau. He couldn't stop now. Jacob ducked and tackled and smacked. He wrestled with the mysterious man throughout the whole night. The sun rose and the light began to spread. The wrestling continued until crack! The man knocked Jacob's hip right out of its socket. Ouch! Jacob yelped in pain. He grabbed onto the man. Let me go! The man shouted. No, yelled Jacob. He held on even tighter. Not until you bless me. What is your name? The man asked. Jacob. I'm giving you a new name, the man said. You aren't Jacob any longer. Your name is Israel, because you've struggled against humans and God, and you won. God blessed Jacob. Jacob couldn't believe what happened. He had met God face to face. Wow, what a story. Two brothers that were twins, but they were so different. Do you have things in common with people in your family? Maybe things that are different? I love to watch football. Do you love to watch football? No? Yes? I like to read too. Do you guys like to read? Yes? No? I have a big sister and a little sister. Do you have a big sister and a little sister? We have a lot of things in common. You joined me here for Sunday school. That's one thing. I love God, and I hope you do too. But we probably have a lot of differences too, don't we? Just like Jacob and Esau, just like my daughters, Lena and Sophie, there are a lot of things that we have in common, but a lot of things that are different. Sometimes differences can make our friendships harder, but sometimes our differences can make our friendships stronger. Maybe you see things differently because someone else thinks differently, or maybe you learn new things, or maybe you learn how to be patient and understanding when people are different. I hope that's how it works with you. Sometimes it can be hard, but it's really good to remember that God always wants us to accept other people's differences and try to understand them as we share about ourselves as well. So today we met two brothers, Jacob and Esau. They were different from each other, and they got upset with each other, and they even tricked each other. Is there something that you learned about Jacob and Esau today? I'd love to hear if you've heard that story before and what you think of that story. For me, it's one of the harder stories in the Bible to hear about how they tricked their father. After Jacob wrestled with God, he and his brother were reunited. God was so glad to see those two boys, those two men back together again. God blesses all of us. That means he blesses me and he blesses you, even though you're different than me. So with God's help, let's go and bless the world. I'm so glad you joined me today. And don't forget, you can find activity sheets on Cornerstone's website to go along with this story, buildingonjesus.org. I hope to see you there, and I hope to see you next week. Blessings to you and your family. Bye.